Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here. Today we're going to learn how to avoid being scammed on Facebook. Hello my friends, welcome back to another episode of Advice for Magicians, where my job is to make you the best possible entertainers that you can be. Now today's video we're going to discuss how to avoid being scammed on Facebook. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're on maybe a Facebook marketplace, or maybe you are in a group where people buy and sell and exchange secondhand or used magic props, and you found yourself in the situation where the person is asking you to send them money, and in return they will mail out the product, but something just didn't feel quite right about it. You're worried that there's a chance that they might take your money, not send out the props or items that you are hoping that they're going to mail out to you, and then they just take off with your money. Believe it or not, happens more often than you think. In fact, there's a notorious scammer who is so notorious for making a ton of different fake profiles and ripping people off that there's an entire Facebook group dedicated just to him and all of the scams that he is running. He's making a living off of just scamming magicians, finding props online and listing them and waiting for someone that has not encountered him before or doesn't know about these red flags to purchase something from him. He keeps their money and he has no intention of sending anything out to you, mostly because these pictures and things that he's finding online are not even, his own pictures. They're from other people that he's stolen. So in today's video, we're going to talk about a couple things. Number one, what are some of the red flags of someone that might potentially be engaging in a scam with you? And number two, what can you do to protect yourself? Hey everyone, so sorry for the interruption. I just wanted to take a quick minute to thank the newest members of the mob for joining. Thank you guys so much. It's because of you that I'm truly able to keep this channel going. You're going to get early access to videos, you're going to access tutorials, lectures, and even get one-on-one access with me where you can pick my brain about anything that you like. If you guys would like to join them and become a member of the mob, please click the join button, or you can click the membership tab right here on the channel for more information. If you guys would like to see some more awesome magic, please head over to my online magic shop at o'brienmagic.com. And as always, if you enjoy these videos, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for the interruption, and now back to the video. All right, so what are some of the red flags? The first one being 9 times out of 10, they're going to want you to send them a PayPal payment in order to pay for the prop or the item that you're trying to buy, right? And there's nothing wrong with using PayPal, but let's talk about the different ways that PayPal allows you to send money to someone. There's 2 primary ways that you do this: paying for goods and services, or sending money to friends or family. Now, when you are sending money to friends and family, you are going to have to pay a small little fee to PayPal, and the person that you're sending the money to, they're not going to have to pay anything, right? So 9 times out of 10, this is the excuse that the scammer is going to use. Don't send paying for goods and services. Make sure you pay sending as friends and family, so that way I am not hit with fees, right? So you might be asking yourself, okay, so then what's the difference then if I pay for goods and services? If you pay for goods and services, you, the person buying the item, are not hit with any fees. The retailer is actually the one that's hit with fees, but there's a little bit more going on there. And the difference between the two is if you send friends and family, once the wire transfer is made, you have no recourse to get that money back. There's no way for you to get a refund. Once that money is spent, it's spent and it's gone. There is no way that you can say, hey, wait a minute, I didn't get the item that I paid for. Because PayPal is going to turn around and say, you didn't pay for an item, you transferred money to a friend. That's like a gift. You gave that money away as a gift, basically. There's no way for you to get that money back. Now, if you send money as goods and services and then they don't send the item out, now you can open a claim with PayPal and you can say, hey, I paid for this item and they never sent it. I would like a refund. What PayPal is then going to do is they're going to investigate, they're going to reach out to the retailer, and they're going to say, hey, this person's saying you never sent them the thing. Did you send them the thing? Of course, the person's going to be like, oh yeah, of course I sent them the thing. And then PayPal is going to be like, well, they're saying they didn't get it. Can you prove that you sent it out? Do you have tracking information on it? You know, when did you send it out? Where did it get sent from? All this stuff. They're going to start asking questions. They're going to start investigating this. And if the person cannot sufficiently prove that they did indeed mail the thing out, which if they did, it would be super simple. Yeah, here's the tracking information. I mailed it out. You can see it was clearly delivered to their house, right? That would be easy. But remember, we're talking about scammers here. They have not actually mailed the thing out. So of course, they're not going to be able to show any kind of proof of that to you. So what's going to happen is PayPal is going to step in and they're going to say, it looks like the product was not mailed out. Here is a refund. You're going to go ahead and get your refund. Usually it takes like 30 days or whatever for this whole process to happen. How do I know this? The exact same thing happened to me. I ordered an iPad on eBay for my daughter, right? And against my better judgment, I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy this $1,000 eBay for 500 bucks. And they're saying it's new. It's just it's not in the packaging anymore. It was one that was like opened and they used it for like a couple minutes and decided they didn't want it and they sent it back. And so now they are selling these used but still pretty much new, in new condition iPads. So I ordered it, they mailed it out to me, and I got a stack of books from Russia. They actually looked pretty cool, and I was so angry I threw the books away. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have kept those books because they looked really cool. They were like these really old books that were like written in Russian. They just looked really cool. And so obviously I reached out to PayPal because PayPal is the company that handles all of eBay's transactions. So eBay is like the storefront, but PayPal is like the people you contact to make claims and stuff when it comes to, oh, I didn't get my order. So I reached out to them and they asked me to send screenshots or pictures or whatever of all of the things that happened, the discussion, what it was that I bought, take actual pictures of the thing. And luckily when I received it, it was in a little box like this. So I'm like, yeah, an iPad doesn't fit in there. I'm pretty sure I just got scammed. So what I did was I turned on my phone, my camera on my phone, and I recorded a video of me opening it, showing the label, where it came from, opening it and saying it was a stack of books and all of that stuff. Still, with all of that, I was like, clearly it's a scam. I sent the information to PayPal, and what they told me was, we're gonna reach out, we're gonna do an investigation, we're gonna give them a chance to make it right. Maybe they accidentally sent the wrong thing. And I'm over here like, bruh, they sent me a stack of old Russian books. Obviously it's a scam. But the whole process played out. Within 30 days, they gave me a refund, and then that was the end of it, right? And I threw the books away. Like I said, I wish I would have kept them. But moral of the story is if you pay as a goods and service, you have protections. You can file these claims if you don't get the item that you ordered, or if they just don't send you anything, right? If you send as friends and family, it's like giving a gift to a friend, right? They don't have to give you that money back. And then if you try to tell PayPal, but I didn't get the thing that I asked for, PayPal is going to be like, sorry, there's nothing we can do about it because you sent it as a friend and family. And I want to say when you go to send this money, they even tell you, there's like a little disclaimer that says, if you're paying for a goods and service, make sure you choose the goods and services option. If this is someone that you know, then send the money as friends and family. If this is someone that you don't know and you're paying for a goods or a service, you make sure that you pay that way. So one of these big red flags is going to be, they're going to tell you, don't send it as a goods and service, send it as for friends and family because I don't want to have to pay the fees. Now, though that is valid, you have recourse against that now. And what are you going to say? Your response to that is going to be, okay, don't worry, I will pay on top of what I'm sending you, I will also pay for the fees. And if it's like a $30 item, it's going to be like 1.5% of that, something like this. Maybe 2% is what the fees are. So if you paid for $30 for something, it's going to be like $1.50 or $2 or something like that you're gonna have to pay. So what I'll do is I'll even pay even more. I'll be like, look, it's $30, I'll pay you $35 to cover the fees and everything like that. And now, not only am I covering their fees, I'm giving them even more money. So in their mind, that should be, you know, like, oh great, like not only that, I'm getting more money. Okay, cool, yeah, let's do it. If they still turn around and say, no, 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 you have to send us friends and family, 99% of the time that's a scam. Who wants to turn down extra money, right? No one wants to turn down extra money. If you told me, hey, I will pay you $35 for the $30 item that you're sending me, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, if you want to pay me an extra $5, I'm not going to say no to that, right? But if I'm a scammer, no, don't send me the extra $5. Just send me the 30, and please make sure you send it as friends and family and you pay the fees. Because I already know, look, I'm not going to send this out anyway. It's a scam, right? 9 times out of 10, this is how this goes down. Also, when someone's being very pushy, have you sent the money yet? Have you sent the money yet? Have you sent the money yet? That's usually another red flag. Now, if I'm a seller, I have this prop, and someone else is interested in it, I'm just gonna tell you, like, look man, someone else is interested in this. If you want it, let me know, but otherwise I'm gonna sell it to this other person. I'm just giving you a heads up, right? I'm not gonna sit there for 2 or 3 days in a row and poking you and bugging you to get you to try to buy it. Oh, this other guy's gonna buy it, this other guy's gonna buy it. I'm just gonna sell it to the other guy, right? I might even tell the other guy, someone else offered me 30, can you do 35? You know? Like if I'm in business here and I'm trying to sell this thing and make some of my money back, maybe it's a prop that I bought and I didn't like it and I didn't want to use it, I'm trying to sell it, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get as much of my money back as possible. And 9 times out of 10, you're not selling this prop for the retail price. If it's an $80 prop, I might be selling it for like 50, right? If it's new and in the box and I only opened it to like look at it and play with it and I didn't like it and I put it back, right? So I'm gonna try to get as much of my money back as I can. Why would I be telling you, no, don't send me extra money, just please send it as friends and family, but like hurry up though and like do it right now. Like it's these urgency to like get you to pay, it's just a red flag. And the issue is that they're making, you're thinking probably like, well, why are they so worried about $30? You know, like that's nothing, like all this work for $30. What you're not realizing is that they're doing this scam to multiple people. So that one $30 item, they might be making like $1,000 out of it because they're having like, you know, 20 or 30 people wanting to buy this thing and sending them money. Well, 30 times 20, whatever that is, what is that, like $600, right? You get 20 people sending you 30 bucks, that's like $600 that you just made, right? So yeah, like it's a lot of money that these scammers are making off of these things. So you just have to be careful and use platforms that you trust. Use Venmo, use Zelle, use PayPal, right? Platforms that you trust, Cash App or Money App or whatever it's called, whatever ones that you're comfortable with, where you know, and make sure that you do your research on this, that you know that if you send money, there's a way to get the money back if the person reneges on their end of the deal, right? Never send a wire transfer. You send a wire and you're not getting that money back. Once you've sent the wire, the money's gone. It's out of your account. It's blasted out into the ether, right? Whoever receives it, that's their money now. There's no way for you to get that money back. You cannot cancel a wire transfer. You cannot undo a wire transfer. Once you've sent that money, it's gone. So if they ask for a wire transfer, if they ask for you to send as friends and family, if they ask you to send in some way that it's like a gift or you know, like a one-time, like a wire, like I don't know how else to say it. Basically the money is going to be gone and there's no way for you to get it back. It is definitely a scam. I'm just going to say that. So what are your thoughts on this? What are some ways that you guys can protect against these scams? I will leave information in the description below on this particular scammer from Italy. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but I'm gonna plaster his face and his name right here on the screen for you so you guys can see it. Yeah, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know, have you been scammed in the past? What was the experience like for you? And what are some of your advices for people to avoid being scammed when dealing with, you know, random people on the internet? What are your thoughts? See you guys in the next video. Take care.